are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to Channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also, follow me on Rumble, where I post here as well. And also follow my other YouTube channels, the Room 1031 channel and the Room 1031's Clips channel. And if you see anything you want me to react to or a great question or topic to discuss, please do not hesitate to reach out on one of my social media platforms. And if it's a great topic or great video, I will definitely do a video on it or respond to the comment and shout you out. Now, on today's video, y'all may have seen the title, Should Your Girlfriend Have Guy Friends? Now, before I play this video, let me just give you my brief thought about that, and then I'll get more in detail after the video. Now, in my personal opinion, it's fine if she has guy friends, but as far as hanging out with them, texting with them, phone calls with them, no. Now, let's watch this clip and then I'll read some commenters' comments about it, and then I'll go in depth on why I would say no as far as hanging out, texting, calling, and things of that nature.
Would it be okay for her to have guy friends if you're in a relationship?
Yeah, that's okay. As long as I'm introduced to these guys and I know the boundaries they're set, I'm okay with that. It's not a problem.
What if it was a guy you knew she had a past with?
I think we would have to cut that short. It's just out the respect, you know what I'm saying, what we're trying to do with our relationship. You know, anything that you had emotionally tied to somebody, I think we have to let that go. Because, you know, feelings can occur at any time.
Honestly, some people break up and they have good breakups. Some people break up and they have bad breakups. It all depends on how you break up. So I'm saying if you have a good bond with that person, if you've known that dude probably since the 7th grade, of course it's going to cause some tension between him because he doesn't understand the bond. But if he trusts you, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, now, before I give you more thoughts on how I feel about that, let's go into a few commenters' comments. One commenter said, in other words, this woman's basically said, I want to have options available in case I don't like you anymore, shaking my head. That's true. I can see what he means by that. In other words, because you remember how in the video she said they had a good bond. So let's say he levels up in life, because there's no reason why, you don't know the reason why they could have broke up. Let's say he was broke or his status was low. Let's say he levels up, and if she still has that tie to him, she sees him level up. Okay, I want to go back to him because I know everything else was good, but he didn't have his money in order. You know, things like that. So that does make sense. And I do agree with that. I do agree with that comment. Another commenter said, keeping a guy as a friend that you had a past with is disrespectful to your current partner. On top of that, most men don't have friends that are women unless they want something sexually or a relationship with them. That's true. That's kind of where my stance is. Because me personally, let me just be frank with y'all. Ladies, a majority of men only hang out with you because they want to have sex with you. That's really it. Now, there could be one other wrinkle to it. Say if they have a business and they're scoping you out to see if you could be a good person that they hire for their business. Because we all know women could get in certain rooms that men can't, and that's because a majority of men are. And when I say that, don't think just because you're in a relationship, you're a simp. I do have a video of what my definition of a simp is, so I'll make sure to leave the link in the description if you are interested of watching that video. But she's right about that. Like, in my personal life, recently one of my homegirls hit me up, hey, you want to go meet up? I was like, why? And she was like, yeah, you want to hang up, catch up on those time? I'm like, but she didn't understand that it was a waste of time. Now, when we were younger, that made sense. But now that I'm older with responsibility and all these goals and building up these side businesses, I would not hang out with a woman unless I was trying to have sex with them, or if I was, like I said earlier, scouting them for a potential business. I mean, to hire them for one of my businesses or a business opportunity. Other than that, I'm not wasting no time hanging out with a woman that I don't want to have sex with. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying you belittle women or, you know, be mean to women. It's just that You don't have to hang out with women just like women don't have to hang out with you. It's just that women are used to getting that free attention and validation from all sorts of men. And that's where I tie into how a majority of men are simps because of how freely they give out their attention and validation. And that's why she said, if you remember in the video, she said the good bond. In other words, I'll speak in womenese. What she is saying is she gets a vibe from him, so she gets a good vibe from that attention and validation when they speak. Now, another commenter said, well, peeps, my ex said he wants to be friends with me. I was not sure what to answer, so I asked my boyfriend. He said it's your choice. I was like, duh, I don't know what to say, so I came to ask you. Since you are older and mature and you know other men better than me, I'm asking you. Then he said you can be his friend as long as he knows what the limits are. I said, okay. But after a week or two, I blocked my ex. It was awkward with the continuous talk about the past. He was the one who broke up with me. I don't get why he was taunting me. See, that point goes back to men are friends with women for really one or two things. Like I said, sex or business opportunity. But let's be real, how many men have side businesses or possibly a business opportunity with a woman? So really, it's only one. It's really sex, business opportunity, which is rare, or that guy is such a loser, he doesn't have any women to hang out with romantically. So really, it's really one of those two, really. Sex, or he's such a loser he doesn't have any other options to hang out with any women romantically. Now I know y'all may get up in arms when I say that. I say, what about family? Y'all use y'all common sense. Y'all know what I mean. Because like I said again, I'm not gonna sit with a woman that I don't even want to be romantic with or any business with. Why am I even gonna waste my time? Now, the only women are fine with doing that because most women will get free dinners and free attention and validation. So that's why they would do it. And another commenter said, the real understands she just made herself recreational use only. So that's true. I don't think women understand that. Like, if I was that guy and I heard her talking, now, I would probably tell her that we can't take this serious. I wouldn't, I don't like lying to women, so I like being honest. But what that commenter is saying is that guy will say, okay, well, what she said, I will only use her for sex. I would never take this relationship seriously. And some men do that. Like if they hear her or talk or get that response to what she said, some men will go in their head and say, okay, I'm only going to use her for sex. I would never take her seriously and, be in a relationship with her or make her my wife. Now, to me, I don't do that. I'd rather be open and honest because that saves you a lot of drama. Another commenter said, and this is from a woman, she said, the way she worded that, break up with her. So she already knows what's up. And another commenter said, no guy just wants to be just friends with girls. He got to leave her. And it's true. Because I've noticed the older that I got, because once again, when you're in high school and college, it's a little bit different. Everyone's hanging around everyone. But I'm telling you, when you become an adult and you have responsibilities, you don't have a lot of time. So that's why I said I would not hang out with a woman unless I was trying to have sex with her or a business opportunity. Like I said recently, one of my old homegirls hit me up, do I want to hang out? I was like, no. I had to explain to her, since I'm not physically attracted to her or know a business opportunity, I don't ever want to hang out with her. That doesn't mean that if I see her in public, I say, hey, what's up? Real quick banter and keep it moving. It doesn't make any sense. And that goes back to what I said in the beginning, because it's like, okay, why does this guy want to hang out with you? Why is there phone calls? Why is there text? Now, if y'all work together, I get it. That's different. But there's still got to be some boundaries with respect. But yeah, I don't understand why people would want to be I don't know why a woman would want to have guy friends like that other than the attention and validation. Now, here's where things could get a little bit murky, because I know women will say, but what about when men do it to women? In other words, have female friends. You're right. I agree with you, because all right, how can I put this to where it doesn't come across wrong? I have more female acquaintances than female friends. Like my homegirls, they're cool and I consider them friends, but I'm not gonna hit them out to even hang out with them. Like it doesn't make any sense. Now, if I'm having a big old party and to invite more people to make it a vibe, then yeah. But as far as hanging out with them one on one, and I don't want to have sex with them or build a business with them, why? It's just a waste of time. And the women get offended by that, but because they think you're sexualizing them. No, I'm not. It's just that I just don't see anything. I don't get anything from it. Like, I don't understand why I would waste that time. Now, like I said, it makes sense why women will waste that time because go back to what she said in the video, they have a good bond. So she has a guy that she could get attention and validation from. And honestly, she probably won't have to lose anything. She probably won't have to pay for anything. So in other words, she gains everything from that, whereas the guy doesn't. So it makes sense because men give out their attention and validation freely, whereas women don't. But yeah, that's my point of view on it. So men and women, if you're watching this, how do you feel about your significant other having the opposite sex friends, or are you okay with that? And what are your limits? Y'all remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.